Hello.
Hello. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hello, lovely. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Who would you like to connect with today?
Just my brother.
Your brother. Okay. Let's have a little look and see if I can get a connection with your brother. And so I feel like he's been passed a little while to the spirit world. I don't feel like he's a very, very recent passing. So it feels like he goes back a little while. I do get the sense that you were quite close as younger children, but when you got older, you drifted apart. Does that make sense to you, please?
Yes.
Okay. I know that as he comes closer, he's got a beautiful smile, and I know that he must have a dimple in his right cheek. And he's got a beautiful smile. That's what I feel here. I do feel as he connects in that he was a little bit misunderstood by people around him. So people didn't always know how to take him. People might have seen him as a bit of a stirrer, you know, but he had a beautiful heart. You know, he had a really beautiful heart, and he shows me this beautiful heart, and he says, I was misunderstood. I do feel with him, he takes himself to the spirit world. So I don't feel it's an accident or illness, but I feel he makes his own choice to go. Does that make sense to you?
Exactly. Yeah.
Bless you, darling. It's never easy, you know, when somebody chooses to leave this world, you know, and he takes responsibility for that.
Yeah.
You know, because there was so much left unsaid, so many questions that couldn't be answered, you know.
Yes,
and
very much.
He says you've been carrying a lot. You've been carrying a lot on your shoulders, and you've been turning the fingers against yourself. You know, you've been blaming yourself, and he wants you to stop that. He wants you to stop that. And he says you're bloody awesome, man. He's so proud of his sister, and he just says your capacity to pick yourself up and go is phenomenal. Excuse my language. I get very sweary when I get passionate. You know, he's so proud of you because he says, you know what? When no one really understood me, you took the time to understand this. Don't underestimate that. Okay?
Yeah.
And he's saying there's nothing you could have done. All right? So you need to stop questioning yourself. There's nothing you could have done. It was his own choice. All right? Now, he shows me that you've got a tattoo in his memory, but there's not just one. I'm talking 2 or 3.
Yes.
Okay, he loves them. He said it's right up his alley, and he's making me aware of one that's got it almost looks like it's like thick texture. You know what I mean? It's got that thick line. It's not fine line, but it's thick and it's beautiful.
Very thick.
Is that on your right calf, please?
Yes.
Yes, because people can see it when you walk, you know, and they'll sometimes ask you about it and ask you the meaning of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he also talks about, okay, that's interesting. He also talks about that you're having trouble opening jars with your hands.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've been recently, the last day or two, been trying to open a jar, and you've got the with it.
I put it back in the cupboard.
Yeah, man, it's so annoying, isn't it? I have this special thing from Tupperware that you put on top of a thing, and you can get a thing open like that, or stick a knife up it. Anyway, I'm going off track here. But he just wants you to know that he's around. You know, that's his way of showing you that he's around, and he sees you, you know, and he sees what you're doing. Now, there must be somebody that's had a little girl since he's been passed. I'm not sure if this is you or it's another.
My cousin.
I was going to say a sister. And she's a beautiful little girl, and he's just been watching her grow up, and she's very connected to the world around her. And he says that she can sense spirit, and she can sense when he's around, because as a baby, she would sort of look over people's shoulders, and she'd look in the corner, and she'd point and do all of this thing. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Because he's showing me that where this baby is, or your cousin, I can't remember what you said, but it's an older style room with like musky coloured curtains, like a pinky coloured curtain. So he's just showing me that he's been there and he's seen, but he also sees, when you spend time together. He's talking about, sorry, I'm jumping all over the show because he's very keen. He's so keen to talk. He's showing me a dog with a patch over its eye. So it's got like a black patch. And
he had a dog. Yeah.
And so it looks a little bit, I don't know if it's, I'm not great with breeds, but it looks a little bit like a pit bull or an American
it was a mixed breed, yep.
Okay, but it had that blunt nose.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
That dog must be spirit side with him as well.
Yeah.
But he's really just wanting you to know that he's around you and he's very much involved with the family, Yeah. And he knows that he was a bit of a asshole at times, but that's life, isn't it? We're all a bit of an asshole. We all have an asshole, us, darling.
Yeah.
But he loves you to bits, and he knows that you think of him. And now he's showing me a guitar. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, he loved music.
Okay. But he's also saying to me there's a reason that you do why you do. So you're very much led in your career through your experience with your brother.
Yeah. I've just changed career and it's based on him.
Yeah, beautiful. And he's so proud of you, my darling. And he's your inspiration, yeah? And you know what? I really do believe that our loved ones can guide us, and they can act as a guide too. And he's very much guiding you and he really wants you to trust yourself. And he says you're going to get tickets to the Foo Fighters tomorrow. Does that make sense?
No, but I wish.
Well, then you've got to maybe ring up K-Rock and try and win some tickets.
I
think they're going to be doing something.
He loves the Foo Fighters.
He loved the Foo Fighters. Brilliant. Excellent. Because he kind of wants you to go. So if you go, and think of him, just think of him. He's just giving me the name Peter. I feel like this is an uncle. Does that make any sense?
No, my nan had a partner named Peter.
Okay, that would make sense. I just had a feeling of uncle, but I knew it was sort of there in the family. Now, I could just keep going and going with your brother. He's just awesome, and he's done his absolute best to connect. This has been a phenomenal connection.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, darling. And just know that he's around. He just loves you. I can't stop saying it. I feel like he almost didn't tell you enough, and that's why he just wants to keep saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
I know.
Yeah, he does. And just look out for those little signs from him. He's also showing me an owl. So I feel like there must be an owl tattoo or there's something.
Yes.
You got an owl tattoo?
Yes.
Excellent. So that's he just wants to keep giving you stuff. It's beautiful. It's got these big eyes. I can see it. Beautiful, my darling. You know what?
Thank you.
My pleasure. Just take his love and just don't go driving right now because you'll be on a bit of a high.
I'm sitting at home.
So good. And just make sure you just ground yourself because you'll feel a bit floaty after such a powerful reading. And just know that he's just going to be with you, my lovely, and take his love.
Is he at peace?
Of course he is. He's so at peace, man. He's so at peace. He's so happy. So happy.
Yeah.
He's so happy to get through. This is it. I feel like he's been trying a little while to connect with you, but he's super, super, super happy. Super happy. And he's absolutely chuffed to connect with you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, darling. You take care.
Thank you.
Thanks,
See you,
Breearn.
Breearn.
Kirby and Josh on K-Rock 955.